Orange County traffic, Skyhawk.
I was waiting for you to say follow the line, but...
ILS runway 4, approach Orange County.
You can bring me into the center.
Okay, center.
And give me a right pedal turn so you're facing down 26 here, but just not on 26. So parallel 26, I guess. Let's give you one of those really nice set downs you've not been working on today. Nice and gentle.
Orange County, timing 3 Delta Alpha, turning left.
Eyes outside.
Yeah.
Orange County traffic, timing 908 Delta Sierra left. Crosswind, runs away,
Left cycling. You feel a slide to the right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit of left cycling when we set down. All right, pick it up. Eyes outside.
Eyes outside.
And we're going to do our hover order, okay?
Okay.
Pick it up to the hover to start with.
And Orange County Skyhawk is now 6 out, ILS runway 4, Orange County traffic.
A little bit of left, a little bit of right. Nice. All right, so eyes outside, pedals for heading, and you're just going to raise the collective to soften the landing. Nice and slow with the raise of the collective. You don't want to pull it up too much. All right. Eyes outside.
Eyes outside. Turning final on runway 4, Orange County.
I like the little bit of forward movement. It was a little bit bangy the very last bit, but like, that's fine. All right, rolling on.
Rolling up.
We'll let the governor take it. We'll pick it back up. We'll do it again.
Okay. All right, first we're going to do lights are out on top, lights are on the bottom. We get green, 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 green on top. Everything is stable. Eyeballs outside, eye into the runway, or at least in the distance, maybe to the airplane.
Yeah.
And it's nice and easy. Let the forces do things while we're keeping it balanced.
Doing a right 360 on the left downwind, runway 4 for spacing, orange. And Orange County Skyhawk is now 5 out, ILS runway 4, Orange County. Be a low approach only, Orange County.
I start feeling a little bit. A little right, a little forward. Correct it while we're on the ground.
On the left.
Hello.
Nice. Hold that. Okay, eyes outside.
Eyes outside.
Nice and steady. So you have more collective available.
Yeah,
you could,
there was more, another inch or so available to pull to keep
if you want to pull it, you can pull it, right?
I tried not to exhaust it, and then you'll have a little reserve.
Yeah.
I think that's more like the muscle memory where you need to know where the top of the curve is, right?
Like, you can pull a lot, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of...
Okay, let's do it one more time.
I like, neither of them are bad, but you do have more available.
On heading and on...
Yep.
But this, you can still make them softer.
Yes.
All right, lights are out on top, lights are on the bottom. We are green on top, green, 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 fuel in the tank. RPMs, eyeballs outside, bring it back to the hover. Nice and easy, let the forces do the work. Keep it in balance.
Orange County traffic, Archer 518 will be departing runway 4, taking a left crosswind turn out to the south. Orange County. Orange County traffic, 908 Delta Sierra.
Alright, starting to get a little light. Still correct.
And Orange County Scouts is now 2 out. ILS 4, low approach only.
A little bit of left cycle.
Yeah.
So bring it back just a little bit for me. I don't want to be too close to that big crack. Okay, eyes outside, we're DM the sea, just
eyes
over
outside.
there. Okay. Nice and steady. Yeah, when
Like, that was a lot more.
That was a lot more.
And
like,
I held it up nicely until...
No, it was a lot better.
Yeah.
Like when you're on the ground, don't be afraid to put it down at that point. But yeah, like you have a lot more.
Oh yeah, that was
All right.
That was more than even though it felt more than a couple of inches left on the last one. So
No, you have plenty, right?
okay, governor light is off, governor is on. Keep things. Governor takes over. Get back to regular. Oh, what is that?
You had a lot of left pedaling.
Ah. Oh, we got that. Just stop that.
Let me just pick it up here quickly. Yeah, you had a lot of left pedaling. So all of the torque from the engine just come light on the pedals for me. Yeah, so just you had a lot of left pedal and it just wanted to go to the left. Give me more pedals, please.
I have no pedals.
Well, I was trying to go. Right. Nice and steady.
Yeah.
If you overshoot the 2.6, just make it look safe and look good. Don't worry about it. So you're at 600 feet per minute, you're bleeding off through 30, so take your time. Maybe pull a little bit of power, that will help with you to separate. Here you go.
More change traffic guys, 908 Delta Sierra, left, basement, with orange.
Hold the center line. Alright, so how did you feel at the end?
Well, other than correcting a couple of feet to the side to keep center line, it was...
I would say it was a little fast.
As a final phase of it.
Yes.
Okay.
So just as you're coming into that final phase, just as you're coming in through that sort of like coming into that 50 feet, yeah, I would like it to be slower and a little bit more control. It wasn't bad.
Yeah. Just finesse it.
Just finesse it. Just make it like a little bit tighter, a little bit neater. Let's do it one more time.
Okay.
And like you had control of it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you did.
Normal here.
Like 700 is fine if you level out and just hold it a bit longer than normal. Just be aware of the descent rate and your airspeed, that's all. A little bit of left out.
Yeah.
Raise the power.
Orange County down, clear County up, clear runway 4, Orange County.
Feel the difference?
Compared to the last approach.
Yeah, we're going to climb areas and try to control slow push. Then we have some high speed, and then feel like that's go for it. That's not the. We're going to be like a little bit. You can take your left, so do left one here. Yep, I'm just going to line will be clear one. Good way forward. There's a line first. Yep, I think you're doing very well. Keep going to the right for me. There it is. Eyes outside, nice and steady. Not bad.
That's pretty smooth.
Not bad. Pick it up.
Okay. Alright, lights are out on top, the bottom, everything is okay. Slowly coming back up.
Orange County automated N53.
Alright, the goal is to bring the left up first, level, and then fly away to the left.
Yep, so
45.
you just bring it up level with this one still touching the ground, and then step it out to the left.
Alright, keep an eye out straight. We're starting to get light on the left side.
Eyes outside.
Eyes outside.
Left pedal.
Left pedal.
Okay, give me a right pedal turn.
The right pedal turn.
I'm going to do the left side, same spot.
Orange County traffic, Sky on 476, Sierra Papa, 10 miles to the south, inbound to runway 4, Orange County.
Eyes outside.
You're stable.
Feel the sink?
But the sink, yeah. So I mean, you're definitely low here, but the nose didn't really precipitate. It was a little higher. Could have been a little bit from the angle. Looking at this a little bit more on the.
I'll just come on the controls here. Just feel along with me.
Okay.
Just be nice and light with me.
All right, I'm light on the feet and light on the hands. Your controls, I'll feel along.
Yep. So here, when we get it to light, and we've got a little bit more left pedal for me.
Yeah, I have no feet.
Alright, so this is the pickup, right? You
Yeah.
see how that skid is up.
Yeah.
Now when you set it down, it shouldn't even be that, you know?
It should be that.
It should be that, right? Like you can't.
But not the wobble.
Like
okay,
that
you feel
would
the
be
transferring
the
too
drop,
hard.
right? So
It's nice.
nice and smooth. And this is at full over on this left-hand side, right? So like we can't go any more than this slope right now, right? Now, for the pickup, it's moving out and nice and smooth, right?
Yeah.
So do it all the way down to the far end of Bravo, and then we're going to turn around and do quick stops into the
Okay, so we don't quick stop until all the way to the end.
Yes.
Okay, just nice, go transitional. Keep heading.
Thank you, let's settle it.
Bring it to 40 feet.
Orange County time in 3 Delta Alpha.
And pick up speed.
Runway 4, Orange County.
30. 40. Now I have a little tailwind over here, so that might not be 100% accurate.
Yep. So a little bit of left pedal. Okay, nice slow quick stop. Bring it all the way down into the hollow. Bridge.
Now left,
forwards, left. Nice. So the reason we do the descending quick stop, or the rapid decel quick stop, is because of that tailwind.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we try and hold our height above the ground, there's a chance that tailwind's just going to put us straight into center power. And being so close to the ground, that's not great.
Yeah.
So we're going to turn around, we'll do quick stops going back. This time we're going to try and hold our height above the ground.
Okay.
We're going to do one like that. If that one goes well, we'll do another one like we just did.
So the first one, we're going to keep the height above the ground, don't settle, and then we're going to go from there to the next one, and then we'll bring it to the ground, or
Yeah, so
close
we're
to the
going
ground.
to hold our height above the ground, bring it down in that steep approach.
Yeah.
If that goes well and we like it, we'll do the next one, and we're going to bring it all the way down just like we
Okay,
did.
all right, we'll go on the go. Takes sure it looks clear. Go up to about 40 feet. Keep center line, level off.
Yeah, hold your 40 knots, so slow it down.
Do 1, 2, 3.
Left
And then left coming back in. And power back in.
Okay, so we descended a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do one where we hold the height this time, okay?
Okay. You confused me a little bit, but I think I understand what you're trying to accomplish now.
There's one where we hold the height and there's one where we
Yeah.
descend. Like, it's two different types of quick stops. So just level up at 40,
40 feet, 40 and 40. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so we ballooned a little bit in the flare. That's partly because we were still gaining speed
Okay.
at the point we entered the quick stop. So we were at 40, but then we got to like 45 at the point you started to flare.
Gave me a little bit of extra air underneath.
Right. So
But I felt control.
with the holding of the height,
Yeah.
when we quick stop like this, right? So
I'm light on the controls, your controls.
my controls. All right, so here we go, right? So this is it. We'll level off. All right, to hold the height, you don't need to be aggressive. We just need to pull in that power a little bit earlier
Okay.
to hold the height above the ground.
Now, what are you trying to simulate when you do that?
So it's the two differences, right? There's just a safe way to do it. Your controls.
My controls.
Give me a left pedal too. I'm not trying to simulate anything. There's just two ways.
Okay.
There's just two different types of quick stops. There's
Okay.
the rapid decel, which brings you down into a hover.
Yeah.
And then there's a quick stop where you stop and you go high above
Okay.
the ground. Yeah.
That's,
In theory, you can do a quick stop at 2,000 feet.
we'll do it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got a tailwind, so we're going to do the rapid decel, right? So we're not going to hold a height above the ground. Hold that center line. And nice
We
and
go all the way
stable.
to the end.
Yeah, why not? You see, nice and stable at that 40 feet.
Yeah.
This is going to change exactly what happens in the quick stop, right? Okay, whenever you're ready.
1, 2, 3. Now we'll bring it all the way down. Slow down. Bring power back in, left feed back in.
So if you get the skids a little bit more level,
Yeah.
you won't feel that twitchy bit at the bottom.
Okay.
Other than that, very good. All right, we'll come down here. We'll turn around. We're going to do quick stops on the way back. And then we're going to do a run on landing, okay?
Okay. And you'll do a, you want me to do a high first and then low the second one?
Sounds good.
Okay.
I want to do both of them. I don't mind which way around you do it.
Okay. Tail is clear. We'll do high first and low the second one.
Sounds good.
Tail is clear. Feel a little wind there maybe?
Yeah, it's all variable today.
Yeah, it is. It's okay. All right. Stable on the center line first. All right, we'll creep it forward. It's amazing how that little barn door, the second you turn, increase the angle
yeah.
of attack with the blade, how much it wants to push you forward, right?
So level off left 40.
Level off 40.
Get nice and stable before you enter.
Okay, this is 1, 2, 3.
Lovely. Nice. Really nice. Bring it down in that steep approach, and then we'll do the next one. Wasn't too aggressive. That was really nice water weather.
Okay.
Next one.
Traffic, Skyhawk is on base but runway forward.
40 feet, 40 knots. So lower the glide surf, get yourself stable.
40 and 40, center line. 1, 2, 3. Feedback coming back in, power back in.
Can you feel the difference between the two?
Yeah. Oh, one is like an abrupt stop and the other one
is a little bit more gradual, a little bit more descending. And like one is like, imagine someone just pulls out on the runway and you just need to stop, right?
You want to do the procedure, the run on from the other side, I assume, right?
Yeah, so we're going to do it down the far end.
Okay. From this side?
On the right hand side of the yellow
line. Okay.
Yeah. The center line.
Okay, and we're doing the same thing, 40-40.
And then we're going to come down in that shallow approach.
Yeah.
Remember when we come down for the running landing, not to go abruptly forward, but to keep that forward pressure on the cyclic. We're coming down on the tips of the skids and running it along. So just hold this. I'll tell you when to come down. A little bit of left, pedal. So you see just to the right of the big thick yellow line, we're going to touch down just to the right of it.
Okay, that's just the running.
Yep. Let it come down.
Yeah.
Pedals for heading, cyclic, a little bit of left. Nice.
And that is essentially speaking when you have a hydraulic failure, if you want to come in or if you have speed, right? I mean, that's really two scenarios that you...
No, you could be really high gross rate and end up like high density altitude and you can't pull it into a hover.
Okay.
So you might have to just come in like that. You can also take you could also take it off like this, right? We don't train this very much, so just follow
Heather did it with me in
early on.
Randall just to show me.
Yeah, and like, you know, if I pull it up to like sort of like 18 and I don't have enough to get into that hover, I can like trickle this forward.
Get enough air underneath and then
you know, it's very little amount of power you need to get into it. Your controls?
My controls.
Okay, bring it down here for me. Set it on the yellow line just so the yellow line's visible and just set it down for me. We're facing that way.
Oh.
That's right. I wasn't clear. You set it down anyway, like. Eyes outside.
Yeah.
Don't anticipate the ground. Nice. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to max performance, we're going to depart to the south. We're going to go and do the off airport, which is just south of here. Yeah, we'll go and do our orbits, we'll talk through the orbit, then we'll do the off airport. We maybe do it once or twice, depending on how we feel.
Okay.
We're going to climb to 2,000 feet, we're going to do vortex ring sight, and then we'll see what the time is.
Okay, very good. All right, the goal here is as a two-stage pickup at the max performance. I'm going to come up first, and then go creep forward after I have cleared the obstacle. Let's say we have 50-foot obstacle here in front of me.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay, eyeballs outside, lights are out. Well, the key thing is for me to make sure I don't creep forward too soon, so I keep it here, gain altitude before I creep forward.
Yeah, don't be picking up and pulling and going forwards. It's the max performance.
Okay, eyeballs outside, lights out top and bottom. All right, collective coming up.
Thank you. Looks good.
Alright, I'm going to start feeling to get light, be on my toes for my...
A little bit of left.
Yeah, a little bit of left there.
Go forward. Nice. Hold it, don't pull anymore.
24 inches.
Hold it. Alright, you can creep it forward.
Now creep it forward.
Don't dive.
Dive into the trees now.
High sky traffic, helicopters taking off from Bravo taxiway, departing directly to the south, staying clear of runway 4, orange.
Traffic sky up in tuning.
Alright, keep it nice at 24.5 inches. We have a little bit left. try to get to 55
Little bit
forward
right
and
paddle
1000
forward.
feet.
Thank you, sir. And if you aim for the red barn and the grass field there,
Yep.
the lake is just on the other side of it.
All right, looking for traffic. You want me to go to 1,000 feet?
Actually, I'll tell you what. Turn right here.
Turn right.
We're going to be right off the approach end of... No, don't do it. Stay to the left.
Are they running using 04?
Yeah,
So,
I was like, we can use this field right here, but then I was like, don't want to do that if they're using 04. If you were comfortable doing tight patterns, maybe, but no. Alright, 55, 60, 1,000 feet, that'll be great for your orbit. So remember, in the orbits, pick landmarks to fly around. That way we don't encroach on the spot and end up too high above it that we can't see the spot.
in other words, develop a pattern around the spot itself.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to go back in that spot over there, buddy.
Do the same one.
Okay, so we're going to do in a higher 1,000-foot orbit,
Yep.
360 around. We're going to be looking for any obstacles, any loose, snow, any stones, any wires, any obstacles, any people. While we check out over here, we can see that we have the wind was coming behind us, so we want to come in from the other side. It's probably the...
I would agree.
And we can double check that over here. We don't see any smokestacks. Make sure I keep an eye on my speed and my altitude as I'm going to turn over here. I see the spot itself. It looks clear. I don't see any obstacles. There's nobody on it. There's no bicycles, cars, wires. All right, keeping 1,000 feet over here. And I'll do a nice easy 360 all the way around to make sure that again still looking for some smoke or anything that can give me an indication. The wind's on the pond, the water could give me a directional indicator. Of course, there's really not that much taking place.
Yep.
So we were using 2.6.
75 over the ground right now, so we got a tailwind.
A tailwind. So the best thing to come is from this side into it. Keep the head on the wind on my nose. The key thing is that I do not want it on my left side to protect my tail rotor effectiveness.
If it's less than 5 knots, that's probably not a major problem. But
I
yes.
think it's good to keep in mind, right?
It's not a bad thing to keep in mind.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
like, yeah.
Okay. All right, we have several areas that we can go to if need be. We have the manufacturing plant over there, the White House. We can escape to this over here in case something doesn't look and we have something straight ahead. That if we don't like it, right? I'm going to set myself over here for a crosswind to downwind and looking for any traffic. My lights are out, everything looks good. And I'm going to just take my time over here.
Minus 04, altimeter 2999. Select the visual approach to runway 9. Advise you have Mike.
And I'll use the road over here as my guide.
Service hour information, Mike. Time 1645. Wind variable at 5 knots.
Variable 5.
Okay. And I go around the manufacturing plant over here. To my downwind. And I use the gray house on the far end over there as my base to final.
So where are you thinking? Are you thinking about just coming in exactly the opposite direction?
Yes.
From the west, basically.
I'm coming from the west. Now I do need to be mindful of the 2 trees on this side and that side. There's an opening in between.
And the other power lines as well, right?
What's that?
Power lines as well.
And the power lines. Yeah. But the power lines on this side.
No, they're on the other side as well.
Also?
Yes.
Okay.
You might not be able to see them right now, but
yeah.
Just be aware that they're there.
All right, let me slow down.
I'd go all the way out over the swamp and bring it in that way. That way you're nice long final, no.
All the way to the where the car lot is and then come back in?
Pretty much. Like,
okay.
You want to be over the swamp when you turn in.
Over that swamp over there?
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
I wouldn't like to put it down in the swamp, but you could.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have a spot to go to than not to go to, right?
Right.
All right, again, looking for traffic lights around. We had 70, we're 1,000 feet.
It's not like Heather's going to give it you in the neck, it's only me.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, why did you pick the swamp? Well, it's what I had.
It needed the wash job, anyhow.
Final for runway 4, Orange County.
Alright, base.
Orange County traffic stack is doing left
Final.
180 for that terminal on final Orange County.
And I would probably stay a little close to the water, so descend as much as you want. I would descend. But I just follow the edge of the borderline.
Yeah. Yeah, because right now I don't have a real strict visual of where I'm going, but I have enough. I mean, I can see it obviously, but
I'd still descend though, like, otherwise, if you're trying to descend and keep that visual the whole time, you're in that crazy long, steep approach, which is not a great place to be in. Keep your airspeed.
Orange County traffic stack is back on the left base.
Swing it out just around this house and bring it in there.
Orange County traffic, Seminole overflying the field, going next.
Okay, I see.
South.
And I see the power line too.
So follow the power lines in, so that's your go-to, right? And you've got that golf cart path, like worst case scenario, to drop it onto if needed. So how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling stable, and I have a good side spot. Obviously, if it goes down right now, I need to either the ground or the water, but I have a good eyeball.
So watch the trees.
Yeah.
So a little bit to the left. Pull your power, because you got the blade which is sticking out. Left pedal.
Orange County traffic, Skyhawk.
It's so funny. I'll tell you in a second. You want me to set it down or?
Move it to the right a little bit. And eyes outside and set it down when you're ready. Go on, what's funny?
You say the trees stay a little bit to the right, and I feel the same way. It's like,
I'm like, stay left because you're creeping right. And like,
we're splitting the difference. Like those trees look close to you. Well, these one look close to me.
That's fair.
So, all right. So this felt good. I mean, the interesting part is that it doesn't feel foreign to me because I've done this from a visual standpoint from that side of the seat, 500 times.
Yeah.
Not as a pilot, but from a visual standpoint. So it is not. But I think, like we said, it is all about the first and second pass and using it as a pattern. So you have familiarities and you have yourself an out in case. All right, lights are out on top and lights are out on the bottom. Green, 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 green.
Setting up that pattern really helps.
Yeah.
Also, like not being afraid to descend without seeing the spot.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you came in and this is your spot, but you've got a 180-foot tree here.
Yeah.
This is your spot. If you came in until you could see your spot, you're going to be in this really long, steep approach for a long time.
Yeah.
Descend to
Just
the tree.
Increasing the risk of settling with power.
And then come in. Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't be worried about it.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, go around, set up again.
Yeah. I mean, you can always pick up speed and do it again. All right. Lights are on top of the bottom. We're green, 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 green. We'll do the same thing again. We max pick up, and then we'll creep it forward to make sure that we have the wires in front of us and the trees in front of us that you can see.
So the one thing you would do on a check ride is check your mags. We're not going to check them just because we've just checked them. But normally, before you do before doing a max performance, it's good practice to check your mags.
Okay.
Just because if anything's going to fail, that's probably what's going to fail.
Okay.
And I'd rather know about it before I get into my max performance.
Yeah.
But like I said, we've checked them recently. I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
But be aware of that.
Okay. So I'll dream about that, and that's only done for an off-field landing, not for obviously for
any max performance.
Any max prior to max performance.
Technically, any max performance.
Okay, very good. Okay, we're back in the green. Governor light is off. Lights are out on top, bottom. All right, eyeballs outside. We're going to do the same thing again. Nice and easy up, hold in spot, and we will go up first.
Get light on those skids, and then we'll go.
Alright, we're starting to feel that a little bit.
Traffic, Skyhawk is on downwind for runway 4, Orange County.
Alright, let the power do the physics do the physics.
A little bit of left pedal. Pull all the way to
All the way to 24 inches.
Hold it.
Yep.
Creep it forward. Let the power go down. There you go. Your controls.
High controls.
And you're climbing left turn for me, because it's over the fields. A little bit of right pedal will help you climb. Nice. Alright, let's go all the way to 2,000 feet.
Okay.
We'll do vortex wing state, and then we'll
Head back.
head back.
Let me get a little forward action going.
Yep.
Max
4,
performance
altimeter
60.
2995.
Traffic,
Set visual approach to runway 9, advise you have November.
Runway 4, Orange County.
Alright, 1,200. We're going to do 2,000, 2,500.
2,000, that's fine.
Okay.
Left downwind 45 for runway 4.
And we stay over this field or these fields?
Yeah, let's put the field over there next
Okay,
to
by the barn.
barn.
Okay.
It's closer to a road.
Thanks, Joe.
It's funny, you know, like I have this conversation all the time with myself, and I'm like, you know, where, like, if I'm doing, like, if I'm practicing stuff, like, in my head, it makes sense to be over a field.
Yeah.
Perfect, right? But why pick the one with no road next to it? Like, I might as well have the, like, the easy access, though maybe Heather would have calmed down if I picked the one with not very easy access by the time she got to me, you know, so like, yeah.
All right, let's, yeah, that's for, well, while we have the road in the barn over here, we're going to climb up to 2,000. For this ring stay, we obviously have to be careful that we don't fly in our own dirty air. Caution is right over here, 2,000
lower the climb
feet.
severity, start to
And we start slowing down. The recovery is left pedal up, collective,
right
raise,
side.
yeah, and then right out, and then pick up forward speed.
Yep.
Okay.
So
well,
leave at the airspeed, nice and soft on the controls. It's not meant to be jerky. Let it get into it. I want you to tell me when you recognize it, and then when you're going to recover. A little bit of right pedal forward.
Center traffic, green, Cherokee, 5 miles to the southeast.
all right, we're getting close to it,
Left down.
and we're in it now. And we do left pedal and right, nice.
Hold it. Hold it. So, right pedal.
Yeah,
Right pedal. More right pedal.
more right pedal.
All right, so when you get into it, don't swirl the cyclic.
Just,
Put the pressure in and hold it there.
okay,
Yeah.
I did 1, 2, and then 3. You want me to do 1, 2, 3 all at the same time, in other words?
I want all three simultaneously.
Okay, very good.
And if you pull the power without doing the other two,
Yeah.
you actually increase the vertical descent.
Yeah.
You don't solve anything.
Okay.
We still,
We didn't lose
like,
any.
we lost about 100 feet.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't lose a lot, but it can be done nicely.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's do that again.
Eyes on the horizon, keep it stable, right pedal.
Front-end traffic, Kayak is on crosswind for runway 4.
And remember to bring the right pedal in afterwards as well.
Yeah.
When you recover. Right pedal. Right pedal.
Right pedal.
Alright, so there's the Jetta.
There's a Jetta.
Starting to come into it.
Okay.
Eyes on the horizon.
Eyes on the horizon.
Nice and slow. A little bit of outside. Okay, nice. Now bring the right pedal back and forward
Right
cycle.
pedal, forward cycle.
A lot better. Well done.
Okay.
Eyes on the horizon. Let's do it one more time.
Okay.
And then we'll go.
Okay. We'll point the nose in the same direction we were.
Yep.
And we'll keep it right there.
A little bit of right pedal for me and lower the clutch.
Green, Cherokee, left downwind.
Try and get into it. I have a feel like there it is. And
Nice
it
and
is
slow.
there, aft. And
Nice.
right pedal.
Right
Forward
pedal.
cycling. Now we
Right.
have speed.
We'll turn out to the left. We've got November. I'm going to flip you over to...
Final Warlock 11. That's runway 9. Oh, that's what I meant. Runway 9, we'll call you turn to final.
A little bit of right pedal for me.
Yep. And we have November, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Stuart Dow from helicopter November 433 Delta Echo with information November inbound for Independent, about 6.5 miles to the west.
Helicopter 3 Delta Echo, Store Tower, landing at Independent at your own risk. Use caution, wind 070 at 10.
Landing at my own risk, 3 Delta Echo. Okay. We'll, without nose diving here, because that, you're not allowed to do any helicopter.
Yeah, but you can use,
Just a nice
use the height to keep the keep the speed, and just bleed it off on your way in. You know where you're going.
Yep.
So yeah, just nice and smooth with the controls. As you raise this, we want to go right at the same time, and you know, you can see it when we start getting that forward motion. We're completely out of trim, so bring that right pedal
Right foot
back.
back, yep.
Yeah.
So the visual for the right pedal, because you can, at that point in time, you can look at the cut strings as a reliability because we have no forward speed, is more of a task you have to do, rather than something that you can see, right? It's just you have to, you know that you're out of trim.
You could tell you're out of trim if you're looking at the horizon, but like, it's more of a feeling rather than a. Yeah, like as you lower the collective to put yourself into vortex wing state, you have to put right pedal in.
Yeah.
Just like when you raise the collective, you've got to put that left pedal in. And if you don't, you end up in that swirly mess, right?
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is we haven't done this in probably a couple of months, right? So it is, once you remember it, but it's not muscle memory yet, right? It is that...
and that's why
that's why they require 3 hours of flying before the final check, right? To get that muscle memory and the finesse back into place.
Well, it's not...
And it is not for the check, right? It's for your own safety.
Well, that's the reason we did a stage check today, right? Like, we haven't even done autos today.
Yeah.
Right? It was more... it was more just like, I wanted to cover all of the things you haven't been doing when you've been solo, right? And just get you back into the familiarization of what it is. But I wouldn't class this as check ride prep.
Oh, no.
This is just, you know,
just
getting back at it and finding out where you're at, so we know the things to work on and the things which I'm not so worried about, you know, which is great.
I'm not. For me, it's fun.
Right. I always laugh at those numbers they put in the far end. It's like, oh yeah, 40 hours of flying, and you could be a private. And I'm like, yeah, I just don't know if I would want to fly with you if you'd only done 40 hours.
No. Yeah, helicopter-wise, no. Even airplane-wise.
Well, like, also think of the 40 hours, right? Like, 10 of it's solo, 5 of it's at night where you don't learn much anyway.
Yeah.
So really, you only did 25 hours. It's like, I don't know.
Well, listen, I mean, some people can be in a rush. I'm not in a rush because, you know, I need 150, 200 hours anyhow if I want to get if I want to be a CFI. So.
Right. Like, for someone like you, I'm not worried about it. It's more, I want you to be proficient. And also, like, because I know you want to continue training, I don't need you to be, like, 150% over the private, right? If you weren't continuing training, you weren't going to buy your own helicopter, I would aim to get you, like, very proficient.
Yeah.
Because I want you to be safe for the next however long, right? But because you're going to continue training and do another 50, 100 hours of training, it doesn't matter as long as you're, like, you know, at the standard plus a little bit. So if you're nervous or whatever, that plus a little bit covers the little bit of, like, sloppiness everyone gets when you're a bit nervous, you know?
Tower Tower, Archer 991.
I aim for that with all of my students, so it doesn't matter who you are.
So. 14 miles out.
Like I said from day one when I joined you, this is about safety, and not about, you know, just the right things at the right time. All right, we're going to come up through the site like we did before.
Archer 1 Tango Alpha, join the left downwind runway 9, report midfield for me. Left downward.
I came straight in the other day, by the way.
Midfield. 909
Over the wires?
Yeah, because there were 3 or 4 helicopters on the deck. They said instead of me flying over all of them to get into my corner over there, I felt it was a better choice.
As long as you
go to the corner, and it was very comfortable. It was
good.
Well, so.
Good. That's nice, right? That's a progression.
Yeah.
Progression right there. We can just come in on a normal approach with that.
Yeah, to the side over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forward 111, where are you parking at?
Going to Atlantic Aviation, World 111.
World 111, right on runway 16, Alpha Charlie, parking with me.
Okay, right on 16, Charlie with you, worldwide 111.
Nice and easy.
555 Golf Alpha, short ground clearance on request.
So yeah, for speed-wise, I mean, 40-45 over here, and then try to slow down after the wire. That's appropriate, right? I mean, it is.
So just pick a side as well, right? Like
yeah.
I want you over the pole on the left or the pole on the right. I don't mind which one.
Okay.
Preferably don't fly over the center of the wires.
Yeah.
And we're going to go over the center of the wires now because we're too low over
Yeah.
the poles. But move to the right just ahead.
Okay.
But from a speed point of view, I don't mind. Like, that was fine. There was nothing wrong with that. I like to know where the wires are, though.
Yeah.
And with those wires, I know they've got the orange balls in them, but it's good habit, good practice not to just assume you know where that wire is, right? Because that's when you're going to strike a wire, hit a wire, or whatever. We'll park in the usual spot over there. Good, clear my side. And you bring it to the front, we're going to do a 90-degree pedal sense to the right, pointing at Atlantic for me. And we will set it down right there. Are we crooked for a reason? Okay.
Are you allowed to hit the instructor, or is that? That?
Yeah, doing well. Can't fault you for it. Do you have any questions?
Listen, you have nothing to bitch about if I make it perfect, you know. No,
Right.
I know how you're whining Englishman. Let me show the camera. Oh, the camera captured all of that. Look at that.
Oh, sure.